Hello, everyone. Welcome to a bonus episode of the Lorcana Lab. At least that's what I like to call it. Hello, this is Jillinan, and I will be taking a little bit of break from constructed decks and showing some cool season 2 decks. Is that the best way to put it? Anyways, I've been experimenting a little bit with some of the new cards, and for all of those people who say Dinner Bell isn't a really good card, or Gaston, and kind of having difficulty trying to fit some of those cards in, let me show you a really cool tech that I firmly believe is probably gonna be meta in Season 2. And it is the Ruby Sapphire deck. And literally the new cards that I've used so far is the Dinner Bell and the Gaston. And after more cards come out in those two colors, Ruby Sapphire, I bet it's even gonna be stronger. But without further ado, let's just go into this really cool deck that I feel like has been just doing super well in the lab on Pixelborn. And we'll see. I'll play some games. Hopefully, sometimes lab games tend to queue up a little bit slower, but we'll see. And it just feels amazing. And so that's why I'm saying, in my opinion, this is probably gonna be a meta deck or a really strong deck coming up after the October Rise of the Floodborn, or whenever that comes out, October or November. So without further ado, all we have here is let me just do a really quick summary of the deck. We have Ruby Sapphire. Finally, the only reason why Ruby Sapphire works now is because of the card draw from Dinner Bell. We have Donald Duck, a 2-drop that can take 2 damage. That's the important thing. That's why we don't run too much other 2-drops other than Gaston. We add Donald up because he can take 2 damage, and then you can sack it to Dinner Bell to draw 2 cards. Gaston for the early game. Dinner Bell, the MVP of this deck. We'll need to add the unavailable and future set cards. And let me just kind of quickly explain what the Dinner Bell does. It's 4-cost uninkable, which is pretty expensive. I haven't updated my pictures recently, but these are the Cogsworths. The 2-drop Cogsworth and the 5-drop Cogsworth. But Dinner Bell is a 4-drop uninkable, and once you have it on the field, you can tap it and pay 2 to draw cards equal to the damage on one of your characters, and then banish that character. Notably, that character does not need to be readied. So what you can do is attack into something and sacrifice it immediately with the Dinner Bell, quest with it and sack it to the Dinner Bell. It's just a great source of card draw in Ruby. We have Dragonfire for removal, be prepared for removal. Maui for another source of removal as well as damage that you can sack to the Dinner Bell. And then Mickey Mouse and Maleficent for some late game. In Sapphire, we have the Fishbone Quill, which is actually really important in order to ink some of our uninkable cards, and ramp. And when we're playing Sapphire, it's all about ramp as well, right? You want to get to a lot of ink really quickly, and then draw cards, and then you're well on your way to winning. We have Bells. And I'll say, once the second set comes out, I really think Bells and Hades are gonna shoot up, just like the value of Maleficent's and Elsa's. I think Sapphire is going to have a really good spot in the second season. So Bells, 4 copies of Bells for more ramp and more pressure. You know, like when you get 2 or 3 copies of the Bell on the field at the same time, and you have more than 10 ink, it's a scary board state. So we have more removal from Let It Goes and Hades. Hades is also a great card. And then we just have a little bit of extra card draw with the Robin Hood, because we're inking so much that most of the time we have a smaller hand size than our opponent. And then we have more board threats in Maleficent, Quest for 3. And then Gaston also quests for 3 and lets you draw a card after looking at the top 3 cards of your deck, which can find you that Dinner Bell or the Be Prepared or the important cards to deal with your opponent's board state. So we will run some games with this and I'll hopefully be able to show you why it just feels like such a fun, such a good deck for season 2. I'm sure other decks are also going to go up in power just because we're going to have more tools available to us. But man, Ruby Sapphire, before all we had was the ramp tools, right? With the Mickey Mouses and one jump aheads. No, I'm not even using any of those. I ramp with the Fishbone and the copies of bells. And then in the past, there was no card draw in those 2 colors reliably. But now it's a completely different story. The dinner bells are going to really put in the work. We do not need 3 dinner bells, though, in this case. So we're going to ink all these other dinner bells. We really want a Fishbone Quill. And then we have nice. And then we have turn 2 Donald Duck and into a pretty fast bell. Or even just Fishbone Quill and use the dinner bell to sack it off. But yeah, this is a pretty good starting hand. We got most of our important pieces. Notably, with this deck, you really want to start with at least a dinner bell or a Fishbone Quill in your hand, preferably both, and then you are off to the races. So yeah, I was just playing a bit with. I actually had this deck percolating for probably a couple of weeks now, and just recently just wanted to release a video and showcase the strength of Ruby Sapphire in season 2. So I know there's also a lot of good steel cards, especially with the resist keyword. Well, that's unfortunate. We'll play another game. With steel, there's a lot of resist keywords, and so damage is going to be a lot harder to get through now. And so that's why Ruby Sapphire, 2 of the colors that have the most removal in the game, just outright hard removal, does not need to worry about resist, right? Opponent stacks on like 2 Cinderellas, resist like 4 or something like that. There is no need to worry. One Let It Go, one Dragonfire will take it out. We're gonna mulligan all of these other cards. Hopefully get one of our early game plays. Oh, this is very, this is gonna be a slow deck. So, oh, nice. We get the Donald Duck. So what do we have? I think we want a turn 6 play, so we probably don't need a Maui as much, but we will ink a Robin Hood and pass the turn. So it's gonna be turn 2 Donald, turn 3 Fishbone, and turn 4 Gaston, very likely. Very likely. Play the Donald Duck. And if opponents also play... Nope, they're playing Sapphire Amber, I think. Okay, that's a source of... Yeah, that's a source of damage for Donald Duck. It's going to be a question of do we care about them drawing cards off of Rapunzel? I don't think we do. I think we pass though. We don't want a chance for them to just outright kill Donald. I don't know if they can, but we're not super worried about ink right now. Okay. So, turn 4. What do we do turn 4? I think we still ink. We probably want to play a Gaston, right? Yeah, we definitely want to play the Gaston. So we're just gonna ink the bell. Actually, yeah. Ink the Robin Hood. Play our Gaston. We'll probably draw a Let It Go. And we'll quest. And pass. And so if they attack into our Donald Duck with the aerial and try to get Rapunzel, boo. That's annoying. If they attack into our Donald Duck with the aerial, we'll be able to get dinner bell value. Is that the Cogsworth? Yeah. Why are they using Cogsworth? Oh well. Alright. Well, which quest? Put some pressure. Ink the Maui. Yeah, we'll just play out the dinner bell and pass. They're gonna try to stop us from drawing cards, but it's gonna be really difficult with Gaston's and the ability to just take some damage. So, name of the game is just to try to get some damage onto our characters and use the dinner bell. Though they are getting a lot of removal, which is scary. Yeah, we get 2 damage off of the Donald Duck. Yeah, it's very difficult to prevent damage. Being stacked onto our characters. That's a Hades. And we have a Be Prepared. That's pretty nice. And we will pass. Hades, to return their Hades. No, they're not returning a Hades. Okay, I would have been more concerned about the Hades, which makes me wonder if they have a Hades, still. Do not need another Fishbone Quill. Yeah, You Have Forgotten Me's are still very strong. If I had the 2 other cards I had in my hand, the Gaston and that sort of stuff, man. Yeah. Well, they returned that Hades. Of course they have another Hades. Okay. We are going to continue to try to apply pressure. Okay, that's not bad. And we'll pass. Them questing for 2 is not going to be that much of a concern. They're not getting any card draw off of the aerials, which is nice. Nice. That is good. Let's see if they have any more removal for my bell. No, they don't. And that's 3 cards into our hands. We will take them. Attack. Oh, I forgot. The Cogsworth gives resist, huh? Okay. We will play this. Inca Gaston. Inca Maleficent. Play a Mickey Mouse and pass the turn. Get 9 lore next turn, which is going to be real nice. I also get quite a bit. You get like 8. I wonder if they can threaten lethal. Lethal. Okay, they can draw 1 card. That's the one thing resist doesn't really help too much. They are at 10, huh? Okay, so they are threatening lethal. So I can't quite quest with everything. I need to take out. So that's 5, 6, 7. Why is it 10? 3, 4, 5. Is this quest what? Oh, shifted. Okay. What is this? 2, 5? Does it have resist? I don't. Okay. So, I think the Cogsworth does have resist. I'm gonna double check. the Cogsworth. Hold on a second. Cogsworth. Spoilers. I wonder where the spoilers. Here it is. New spoilers. Cogsworth grandfather clock. Show me picture of it. Your other characters can resist. Awesome. So we'll definitely take that out. Still leaves them with lethal, huh? So we will need to take out a Hades. And then we're probably gonna Dinner Bell. Okay. And then we're going to let it go under Gaston. Dragonfire the Rapunzel. Well, I mean, I hope they weren't super upset that we took a little bit of time to look up the Cogsworth. Unfortunately, I didn't have a picture of it, so I needed to know if it would have survived an attack from Mickey or not. All right, on to the next game. See, like even if opponent puts out that much pressure, we drew into two removals. We could have removed the Gaston and removed the Rapunzel, and they all could have only quested for two. We still had a Mickey on board, so just so nice with the card draw from Dinner Bell. Right, let's see if we can grab a Fishbone Crow this game. Fishbone, nope. Okay, well, we have a little bit of ramp with the bell, but no Fishbone means it's gonna be a little bit slower. We will ink the Maleficent and pass. The Dingo Hopper. Amber Steel. Nice, there's a Fishbone Quill that we want. Yeah, I think we just ink the Gaston and pass. Once again, turn 3, ink the Maui, play the Fishbone, ink one of our uninkables. Then turn 4, we could probably play out the Gaston. We are not super threatened by the 1-drop goons. Okay, another Bell. We could take 2 damage with our Maui, but I think Gaston is the better play here. So we'll ink the Maui, play the Fishbone, and ink our Be Prepared and pass. So next turn we'll play out the Gaston, and the turn after that hopefully draw some more cards by soaking up damage with the Gaston. Three damage, nice. I like to see a Hercules. Right, well, we could always play out a Maui, but I really would like the Gaston out on the field. to get us another card draw. We'll cycle into another Gaston. It's totally fine. Next turn, we'll just run the Gaston into the Herc and draw 3 cards from the dinner bell. So gross. To be fair, people, I think, haven't really learned to play around the dinner bell yet. But, I mean, look at the board state right now. Like, I feel like even if you knew your opponent had a dinner bell, you still want to kind of quest with everything, right? Maybe not. Plasma Blaster is nice. But unfortunately, we're sacking the Gaston anyways. Otherwise, Gaston would have had perfectly only 3 damage on it from attacking into the Hercules, which is in perfect range for the Plasma Blaster. But unfortunately, we're just gonna sack it. Unfortunately, we are going to just sack it. And then we have enough to play our Donald Duck too. That is pretty nice. You go get rid of a Hades, play our Donald Duck, and pass the turn. Now, if they don't Plasma Blaster the Donald Duck, I get to draw 2 more cards off of the Donald Duck from running it into one of their goons. So another kind of showcase of how good the dinner bell is. Just feels smooth. And look at like the ink state. We already have 8 ink and it's only turn 4. So it's pretty crazy. Or turn 5. Just give us that card draw, man. Just give us the card draw. So nice. Do not need another Fishbone Quill. Can play out the Hades, get rid of the Prince Philip, and we will ink I'll let it go. Just want to ramp up the ink. Next turn, we'll just play out both our bells and say, deal with our board. That's a spooky creature. I mean, 5 cards though, right? 5 cards. Okay, we don't really need a Donald Duck. I think we play our Gaston, see if we can draw something nice. I think we will take the Dragonfire. Gadonode, play the Dragonfire, and quest. Hades to bring back Cerberus. Stitch. Nice. Yeah, I just run out the 2 bells. Quest. Have fun. We're already threatening me though with 15 points of lore on board. They need to take out both Gaston and the Hades. Or they need a way to deal with one of my bells. That's just like 15 lore on board. Turn 6, turn 7. Yep. That is how we roll. Okay. We need another one. They have a Cerberus is their last card in hand. Yeah, nope. They don't got it. Yeah. Pretty crazy. Plus, you have two Maleficents waiting in the background. GG. And you know, this is like control, but like souped up control, right? So I have all of the fun playing control, and it's so fast, which is something that, you know, really shouldn't be in the same sentence. But hey, what can I say? When you add card draw to Ruby, you got some crazy combos that you can pull off. All right, let's see what we have. Fishbone dinner bell. GG. Just get rid of the rest. Hope to get one of our. Okay, we got a lot of uninkables. So maybe it's a good thing we're on the draw here. Dingle. What? Okay. Well, gonna ink a Gaston and pass. Once we can get our Fishbone Quill online, we can get rid of all of our uninkables. But in the meantime, we are going to have to play conservatively. We are not going to play out our Dano deck. If I had one more Inkable, I would play out the Dano deck, but I don't have one more Inkable. So if we draw an Uninkable, we can ink the Dano deck in order to play the Fishbowl. So just preparing for contingencies here. It's the name of the game. Aurora. See, exactly the contingency that we wanted to prepare for. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of some of our Hades for now. Eye of the Fates. I think it's scary in a Ariel who's a collector deck, but other than that, not super concerning, man. Turn 4 Gaston just feels so nice. Into another Gaston. Okay, I'll take it. Then we'll probably just draw the two cards off of the dinner bell. Unless, okay. In that case, we're gonna play our Hades and get rid of the Aurora. It's questing for 3. Bit annoying, so we do want to get rid of her. Or even better yet, we'll play out the Maui. Grab some damage off of the Maui. That's 2 card draws right there. Do they have, no, what? They don't have any card draw. Robin Hood, like I feel like that's the only card draw. Nice. 3. Another Dragonfire and play out the bell. Yeah. Turn 6, 7. We already got 10 ink. Man. Feels like a bit of a blowout here. We'll take it. We'll take another bell. Quest. Pass. And we got 2 removals in hand, a bell, everything you could ask. Hamatoa. That is not gonna cut it here. Ingo Robin Hood, play another bell. Quest. Once again, turn 8, threatening 15 on board. It feels so nice. GG. Super. This is a deck that gives you tools for pretty much everything. Though to be fair, in the lab, we're running up against people who aren't necessarily the most familiar with Pixelborn or Lorcana. So I do want to run this against some custom games against people. Run this deck, but man, just feels fun. Like to play, feels nice. You can react. You got late game. You got middle game. There is no early game because by the time you've ramped up, even if it is early game, you're already in the middle game, right? So fun stuff. I'll do one more game and then I'll call it a day for the bonus content. All right, let's see. We got Fishbone. All right. So let's see if we can grab a dinner bell. Okay. No dinner bells, but we do got a turn 6 Gaston. So we are going to just lean heavily into that. Stitch Simba. I think we want to do a be prepared. Definitely want to save a be prepared, huh? Okay. So turn 3 Fishbone, turn 4 Gaston, and turn 5 be prepared is probably gonna be what our play is. And that's the great thing about Sapphire too. Even if you're like really far behind early game, rather than having to wait to turn 7 be prepared, most of the time you can get be prepared out on turn 4, turn 5. Oh man. More value. Yes, please. Give us more value. Okay. Keep an extra be prepared in our hand just in case. I'm thinking opponent may have you have forgotten me. Okay, that's scary. 9. Okay. Don't think we want a Maui here. Think we really need a dinner bell. Perfect. So next turn we gotta be prepared. You get a lot. They go up to 15. Scary. But once we get the be prepared out to reset the board, I think we're gonna be in a nice spot. The good thing is we don't even care about Stitch value, right? Like they're gonna have 3 cards in hand, even after spamming out a lot of their 1-2 drops. Um, so Mad Hatter. Okay. 15. Alright. It's a nice card to see. Gaston can't do anything, so we might as well quest. We might as well ink a Robin Hood, and we'll play out a Be Prepared. And pass to you. Nice. Free dinner bell. Ink the Maui and pass. Cheshire Cat. That's gotta go. And we'll pass. Tinkerbell. Quest for 2. Let's see what we have. It's pretty nice. Yeah, definitely catching up. Another Mad Hatter. Well, I think we will need to do a Be Prepared this turn, huh? Quest, Be Prepared. Oh, in that case, Quest, Sing, Be Prepared. Play out the Gaston. Oh, it's probably better to grab a removal, huh? I really want to play out the bell next turn. This turn. But not having removal is scary. Because if an opponent has another Mad Hatter or something like that. Lilo. Lilo is not gonna help. Okay, well, can't do much else. For 3 plus 5 is 8. So we want to threaten. Oh, we can't. Shoot. Okay. We kind of wanted to threaten lethal that turn, but we could not, sadly. So if an opponent plays out Cusco or any 3, okay, that's fine. Flynn Rider does not. Perfect. Get rid of that. Quest. And we'll play our Donald. We'll pass and threaten lethal. GG's. And that showcases the power of the Ruby Sapphire deck. Hope you guys enjoyed just that the strength of that deck, and hopefully we'll see more kind of cards that can support the ramp and have to make the enemy attack and damage your characters so you could get more value off of the dinner bells. So that's it for today. Take care.